This is the Rally of Monte Carlo 1986, and these are the most important participating works cars. Peugeot 205 Turbo, Lancia Delta S4, here the Audi Quattro, and Austin with their MG Metro. Leading man, strong Bruno Sabi, capable of doing the best and the worst. It will not be the worst here. Massimo Biasion also performs either very well or very badly. He also carries part of the responsibility. Michèle Mouton had not set her expectations high. She was here to get the hang of it again, she explained. Malcolm Wilson and Tony Pond have an even more modest goal, getting to know the tracks. But Henri Toivonen, the handsome little prince, will dominate this rally of Monte Carlo 1986 as a leader who will brook no opposition. But Bruno Sabi will remain the great man. And in the same way, Walter Röhrl will remain the great gentleman. 4 victories here in 4 different cars. Don't look any further, there is no better. It's a tough fight from the start. Peugeot are still hungry for a victory, while Lancia have already brought home the bacon from the December rally in England. Already then, we'd wondered whether this was the close of the season or the start of the next one. This is Monte Carlo, where some can play their last trump cards and others simply have to battle on continuously. It's a closed shop in spite of the alleged openness, a world that conforms to strict rules and in which everyone keeps very much to himself.
And this is including this 30 seconds this morning?
Yes, yes. Juste avant le départ. Satana, perché le levette.
Il conduit d'une main, lui.
The race is on in this special stage from Aix-les-Bains to Aix-les-Bains, which leads over the, for some at least, treacherous Chartreuse Mountain. The stage is well underway with the 3 Lancias in leading position. This is the Commune. The special stages of the Ardèche will establish Bruno Sabi as their hero, setting 5 scratch times in a row. All to no avail, though, because he'd already incurred considerable penalty time for changing his gearbox. The same goes for Juha Kankkunen, whose engine played up, and Markku Alén, who will leave the race with a well-kept secret about how to overcome impossible electricity problems. Problems also for Walter Röhrl, who was beset by punctures. This has not been a good year for him, his 5th puncture in a row. And what about Henri Toivonen, who seems to have to carry the misery of the world on his shoulders? He crashes into a tourist's car and has to be taken to hospital for medical treatment. His mechanics may try their best at his battered car that would be an insult even in a junkyard. It reminds one of that saying, the impossible is done immediately, miracles take a few minutes. However, time is what one doesn't have in rally racing. The car is gone, tugged away, but still gone. An unfortunate business for Massimo Biasion, who's left to enjoy the luxury of first position in the first stage for a short while. On the last liaison route, somebody made a mistake, and this will take him out of the race. All is plain sailing for Hannu Mikkola now, it seems. Not very spectacular, but still, he slowly but surely finds his way to the winner's rostrum. A curious experience for Walter Röhrl, the long, blonde man who'd wanted to take things easy this time. And an annoying experience for Juha Kankkunen, who was out of petrol during one special stage. There are more stylish ways of losing. A true victory for Alain Auré, who leads his Turbo Renault into Group A. A tough experience for Henri Toivonen and Timo Salonen. After all his accidents, the last thing Timo Salonen would have bargained for was a tyre problem in the 23rd stage. In this way, he had to hand over his first position to his fellow countryman, who, until then, had done little to deserve it. And suddenly, the Rally of Monte Carlo shows a different aspect. It's not as if the wind is in the opposite corner, though. At best, it's a slight breeze. 33 seconds in the lead is nothing to write home about.
Sergio Festo avec la Lancia officielle, avec la deuxième sortie de cette voiture, deuxième victoire et deuxième victoire pour le best pilote Henri Toivonen.
The Scrounger's done it again indeed, a moment to remember. Salonen is already heading for the comfort of his hotel room, while this man celebrates his victory with a wink 20 years after his father did the same. The Toivonens like to keep their appointments.